Hi everyone, Anastasia here. So today I'm gonna make this as short as possible. I saw a friend of mine and she asked me, she was like, hey, I saw her in person. She was like, hey, I've been watching you on Facebook. And what's this? What's this thing you're doing? And I'm like, which one? She's like, release. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, release that shit. So it's a group clearing, and I did my best to explain what it is. I'm going to try again here to explain what it is for folks because um, I'm doing I'm doing two group clearings on the same day. If anyone's interested, two. If you're interested, you just have to come to one. You don't have to do two. I'm just doing two different options. So it's Wednesday, September 17th. The first option is 12 noon, so 12 to 1:30. And if you can't make that, then I'm doing it at 7, so 7 to 8:30. Anyone that is in business for themselves or has some time around lunch, noon might be, might work out really well. And for those that an evening one will work, feel free to jump in on that one. And I will do these again in the future. I don't know how soon I'll do it again. Maybe January, but maybe not. Maybe in February. Um, so what is it? The name is just sort of a catchy name to get, to generate some interest. And at the same time, it is all about releasing what we're holding, what we've been holding. Um, a lot of emotions, a lot of past experiences. Could be things that are held in our ancestral line. So, whether that's your mother or father's side, things maybe that were never spoken about, but was kind of like a family secret and got passed down a little bit, like people knew there was a secret about something. And that all gets energetically stored in our DNA, in our blueprint when we come in. And sometimes things like this are stored that we're not even aware of that play out in our life. Like there might be a pattern or something that keeps repeating, and you're like, what the heck is that? Why does this keep happening? Why do I keep attracting the same relationship? Or why do I keep attracting the same kind of conflicts at work or, with friends? There's so many scenarios. So why am I giving you examples? Because on the 17th, on Wednesday, oh, take a deep breath with me if you want. I'm inviting people to come in. This will be on Zoom. It will not be recorded. So this is a live experience where I'm going to work through the 12 meridians that we have in our body. And those are energy like highways. And I'm not even going to go into what the meridians are, even on the day that I do the clearing. This is not teaching, this is experiential. But I'm just explaining to you here what I'm going to do. So I'm going to work through the 12 meridians. I have a chart. I have my pendulum. So I'm actually going to do a little clearing today for everyone so you can get a sense of it. And I'm basically going to speak some words out loud that are held energetically in these different meridian centers. And what do you do if you choose to participate? Listen. You show up, you listen, you experience as I'm saying these words how it feels for you. Some people have a very visceral experience in the body, meaning there's a lot of releasing and letting go that's happening. Sometimes the body gets tight, but usually the body starts to open up or people start to feel fluttering someplace. Lots of emotions with this particular clearing. I'm not going to lie. This is one of the charts that produces the most emotional release, if not the most. I work with about 60 or more different charts with this modality, this level anyway. And this, when I do this with people in private sessions, when I've done this in groups, it just produces the most emotion, the most releases, the most powerful releases. It's really tapping into your timeline, past timelines, different timelines. Like I said, the ancestrals, the ancestral lines and what our ancestors are holding. So it works quickly. That's the good news. It is not painful, although, you may be surprised at, like, to hear some of the words, and you may be surprised when you hear a certain word that you do become emotional. There's a story there. And again, I'm just saying words, and it's allowing to enter into your field, enter into your space energetically, and clearing what doesn't need to be there any longer. What else do I want to say? I've done this when I've done kind of like little mini fairs, little mini healing fairs. I've done this in 20 minutes. I've offered it as a 20-minute session. I don't get through all the 12 meridians. It takes longer than 20 minutes, so I get through as many as I can. And I will tell you again, like, the amount of tears and how powerful this is. It's the most powerful for me chart as far as like producing really fast clearing and fast results. And I don't mean to keep emphasizing the crying as a bad thing. It's like a deep cleanse and a beautiful release. It's really quite beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to clear one meridian for anyone that's listening. This is for anyone that's listening. And then what I'm going to do, and I might be guided to clear one more, but I was just planning on clearing one today. And then I'm going to replace it. What we do is we replace with, well, actually, I'm gonna clear the meridian, then I'm gonna clear the fear-based feelings around that, and then I'm gonna replace with love-based words. So as if we were doing, as if you were doing the full session with me. But I'm just gonna clear one meridian today. And I would just invite you to sit back where you are, relax. You can close your eyes. I think it's helpful, but you don't have to. And then just listen. Listen to the words, and then notice how you feel in your body. If there's an emotion that comes up and also releases, notice that. You may have a memory that pops up from an event or circumstance, situation, or even story that you heard in your family. That's fine. These words are connected to experiences that we've had. So just be aware of it. You don't have to do anything. It's in the saying the words out loud that the clearing is happening. It's working that quickly. Hi, Beth. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, just nothing for you to do. Sit back, listen. I will clear the one that I checked to see which one we're clearing today. A little bit of an itchy eye. We're going to clear the Gallbladder Meridian. And any words that I say are just, again, energetically stored in this meridian. I'm going to go around my little pie circle, say the words that are associated with the Gallbladder Meridian. And then I will go to my other chart where I do a little bit more clearing and replacing with love-based energies. So this is just to give you a taste of the full group clearing that I'm going to do on the 17th. See how that feels for you. You may feel nothing at all. That's, I do have people, it's very rare, but there will be some folks that are like, oh, I didn't feel anything. That's fine. That's also a normal response. And then just watch like your dreams tonight. See if you have any more information coming through in your dream time, or see if anything shifts for you in the next couple of days. Because as we do any kind of clearing work, it does change what's happening in our life. That is the beauty of peeling off these energetic layers that we have. I don't want to use the word baggage. It's just energetic layers and experiences that were unfinished, maybe unprocessed. We didn't quite fully understand what was happening, and so the situation or the experience or the emotions became stored in the body. A lot of times that happens when we're going through something and we don't know quite, like, well, what just happened? And if you can release it, that's perfect. But a lot of us are like, well, what just happened? And even that confusion or maybe judgment gets stored in the body until it's released. It can all be released, but it's a matter of how quickly does it release, and can we release it as things are happening? Or sometimes if it's very traumatic, then it does get stored in the body because we're not able to process things sometimes when it's heavy stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to invite you to take a nice deep breath here with me. In and out. And why don't we do that one more time? And as you take that nice deep cleansing breath in and out, feel yourself grounded. So whether you have your feet on the ground or your sit bones on the chair you're sitting in, just allow yourself to settle in. So one more deep breath in and out, and feel yourself grounding. Okay. And then just notice what you feel as I say these words. So in the gallbladder, we're going to release depressed. So any time we felt depressed or any situations that brought up depressed, we're releasing frustrated. So feeling frustrated. We're also going to release indecisive. Anytime you've experienced that, indecisive. We're releasing panic. And angry or anger. All right, take another deep breath in, please, and out. So that was the gallbladder. And now I've just got two other quick charts. I'm going to clear, because we cleared the gallbladder, this is what I'll be doing on Wednesday, the 17th. I'm going to be clearing the fear-based energies. And then we'll do the filling up with the love-based energies. So this is a little more clearing. It'll be very similar to what you just experienced, so just pay attention to what you're feeling or noticing in the body. So we're clearing shock. We're clearing the energy of stupidity. So anytime you may have felt, I don't like the word, but anytime you may have felt stupid. I wish there was a better word. I'm going to have to look for another word to replace that with, but you get the idea. When you felt like you didn't have the information that you needed. Okay, and we're going to clear panic. And we're clearing indifference. And we're going to clear boredom. So we're releasing that. I'm asking for that to be transmuted and rebooted for everyone listening, whether it's now live or in the replay. And again, I'm going to encourage you to take a nice deep breath in and out here as we release. Okay. We're almost done. So one more. I just like to, the breathing is important. It's very clearing and cleansing. So if you can indulge me in one more breath in and out. And what we're going to replace all of that stuff that we cleared with, we're going to replace with what in this modality is called love-based energies. So we're going to replace with the feeling of security, courage, faith, resourcefulness. That's a good one. And powerful. Nice. Nice, strong, positive words. And I ask for this to be downloaded, again, for anyone watching now or later in the replay. And I ask how much of this was cleared and accepted. And I get 100%. So I'm working off of my charts here, and I've got the pendulum, and I'm asking for a yes or a no, and I work around the charts. That's how I'm getting, which words I need to say, which words need to be spoken so it can clear for people. So that is the modality called Super Connection that I do. My sessions, if you were to look them up on my scheduling page, is I call this transformation sessions. And for folks that want like just a one-on-one of clearing the meridians, I think that might be called releasing stored emotions, something like that. It's about a 45 to 50-minute session for that one. But you can, if you're interested, if any of this felt good, or if you're curious, you can join the group Clearing. There's always more energy and power when people gather together in groups. The energy is amplified. And you will release what you need to release there. I'm allowing for an hour to move through the 12 meridians. It may take a little less. I doubt it'll take more than an hour, probably a little less. And then I'm going to have room at the end for people to share if they want what they felt, what happened. And I've had some really, powerful stories that people have shared with that. So I thank you all so much for listening. I went way over time, but this gives you an idea of this work. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Happy to answer them in the comments for everyone. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.